So if you're ever in the need of cutting a watermelon and you've got a katana handy, then give it a go and let me know. Hello and welcome back to Plutocracy. We're here again with the marvellous Jack Pott, and we are doing pretty well for ourselves. We've got $6.34 million in wealth, and we're earning a fair bit of money. We've got a fair chunk of money in the bank as well. I'm gonna head over to the state map for this episode. And I'm going to go to the wonderful state here of Arkansas, and yes, I know it's called Arkansas, but I think it's more fun to call it Arkansas, because at the end of the day, it will be our Kansas. Get it? Our Kansas? No? Alright, yeah. Basically, I'm going to own this state, so I can call it whatever I want to call it. But tell me, how does this make sense? How does this make any logical sense? And you've got Kansas here, right? Yeah, definitely Kansas. And then you've got Kansas with an AR at the beginning. Oh yeah, no, we should definitely pronounce that Arkansas. Nah. No, as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely Arkansas. Or my Kansas. So I'm in my Kansas. And also, right, while I'm at it, why is Kansas here, Arkansas or Arkansas here, and the city of Kansas up here somewhere? What? Crazy. Anyway, so we're in this beautiful state. We have pot coal, which I am going to rename to taking into consideration some of the suggestions, to coal mining. Right, so it's Coca-Cola mining. Okay, definitely only a mining company, nothing else going on there. And we are looking today to basically have a bit of a monopoly on some of the coal industry. I'm not sure if we'll be able to take Howard Coal in one go, but we'll definitely give it a go with Nelson Inc. So there's a lot of shareholders at both of these companies. There's a lot of people to buy shares from. We've currently got 1.2 mil in the bank. The best way we're going to be able to do this is if we start chipping away, as it were, like this guy, at the stock exchange. It would be good if the stock price were to be a bit lower, but I don't think at the moment I've got quite enough influence to take, to buy shares directly from these shareholders. Well, I might have the influence, but I don't have the skill. So if you remember back to this bookcase here, we need to improve our eloquence, etiquette, psychology, and I think trading, and maybe even planning, to make diplomacy and negotiations a little easier. We don't have the bookcase filled up yet. We haven't bought the books that enable us to have that knowledge yet. So I think the stock exchange is probably the best bet. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Where is it? Nelson Inc. Yeah, we'll have a look at Nelson Inc. again. There's a couple of people who want to sell shares, which might be a way to go. Let's have a look at the stock exchange. Now there is a slump in the price at the moment, so we could probably start purchasing. So let me start doing that, and let's go to single day. I don't want to pay any more than $6 for my shares. So I'm just going to go up to $6. Oh, which is way more than is healthy for me. Okay, well I guess that's all of my money gone. So yeah, we've now got 1.13 mil in shares at Nelson Inc. So that's brilliant. And we are. Oh, look at that! We're now like the second biggest shareholder in the company. So that was pretty good. We are going to make 800,000 at the beginning of the next turn, which is brilliant. Let's have a look in here again. Let's. Oh, don't want to go to laws. Let's have a look at Coca-Cola mining, and let's check out how we're doing at the moment. Everything looks pretty good. I don't think changing worker rate is gonna help right now, so I think we're pretty much as good as we are gonna get. We've got 300,000 in reserve. We could do a medium company expansion, which is always a good idea. We'll have a look at getting into this other stuff later on, but for now, should I up the dividend size? No, I'm gonna keep the dividends where they are at the moment, and I'm just gonna wait for a bit more cash to come in, and then we can go back to buying out Nelson Inc. Okay, great. So back into the stock exchange. The share price has gone up, but it's below our it's below our maximum purchase price. So I'm sure this isn't the best way to do it, but I can't be bothered to actually do anything more effective. And this is still cheaper than negotiating, so I'm pretty sure we'd get a much worse price if we tried to negotiate. We're almost out of money, but I've just noticed this pop up, and I could potentially buy the original copy of the Constitution. And why wouldn't I try? I might be outbidded because I've only got 35,000 on me at the moment, but it depends if anybody else is willing. Yeah, we've been outbidded. Oh, yes. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Right, let's wait for this to drop a bit more, and we'll buy a few more shares, and we've run out of cash again, but that's fine. Let's have a look at Nelson Inc. And I don't really want to drive the share price up, but they have a good amount of money in reserve. But what I do want to do is earn a bit more cash while I'm here. Currently, we are the largest shareholder. Ideally, I want to get to over 50% so I can start raiding this place. But for now, let's increase the work plan. Yeah, do that. People should vote for this. Yeah. We'll increase the worker rate. Let's get rid of research funding. Yeah. I think that's all we can do for now. We could perhaps increase the dividend, which would just be good for me getting more money. Marginally. If I do that, everybody should probably vote for it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So nothing will be going into that reserve. So let's let that tick over. And get some more cash. Wow. Okay. So I've just got another achievement, cash flow generator, earning at least $1 million. That's great. I don't think we are earning $1 million, but maybe we are. Yeah. Okay. We've got $1 million income. I guess we're paying tax. Is that's a problem? So yeah, 170,000 in taxes or something. 178,000. 2 grand maintenance, 176 grand in tax. That's pretty good. Happy with that. Okay. So easy. Take me back. Right. Okay. Let's just go a day and see if that drops. If it doesn't drop, I'll just buy it whatever rate. Okay, I'll just buy at this rate. Okay, another achievement. Apparently that increased our wealth somehow. Plutocracy, 10 million, 10.6 million out of 100 mil. Very good. Let's keep buying. This is definitely below our maximum purchase price. Right, So basically what I'm trying to do is to not play optimally, but just not overpay massively for the shares at the moment. So look, now we have over 50%. We're on 53% of the company, which is smashing, and now we can start doing some shenanigans. But let's go back to the office. Let's have a look at the bookcase. It's probably time to buy a trading and maybe an etiquette. Although more rounds in negotiating is probably better for now. So I've picked up eloquence and trading, so we can start thinking about using diplomacy. We're going to make $1 million when the quarter ends, which is pretty darn good. Let's jump back in. So we've still got Coca-Cola mining, or coal Coca-Cola mining, and we've got Nelson Inc. here, which we are now the controlling interest of. We can have a look at the statistics here, and we can start messing around with all of this jazz. So I'm going to go work plan to 200% immediately. We can start messing around with this as well, bring the worker rate up, and that'll increase our income. So what are we at? 600,000 and counting. Keep going. Oh, we're going down. Oh, we're going down for a while. Okay. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Oh, hang on. There you go. There it is. Yeah, okay. So 682 is optimum. We'll apply that. Dividends, we've still got plenty in reserve, so I'll keep the dividends at 100%. And this is, of course, for the purpose of getting some cash in. I wonder if we could... No, I'm not going to waste the money on getting a new CEO. Instead, I'm going to wait a little bit. Oh look, we've got a nice silver border now. We must be going up in the world. Is it silver or platinum? I'm not sure. Right. Yeah, Nelson Inc. shares going way up in price because we're doing so well. I'm going to get some more cash, and then we'll try and buy more of Nelson Inc. Okie dokie, right. So I've got 1.17 mil in the bank, which is very nice indeed. It's time to head over to the statistics page. Let's check the share price, so 5.63. Let's come over to the company plan, or the stats page, whatever you want to call it. Let's reduce the work plan to 0, which will mean a net loss. Let's take this to 0. Yeah, let's take this to 0 as well. All the clicking. Okay. And this will make it a very undesirable company. So share price has fallen significantly. And we will just buy. We'll go to the single day progression, and we'll just try and get some of this company. Okay, so this is a really repetitive process. But it is the most effective way of raiding a company, and by doing this we're just maximising our sort of returns. I went a day too far there, hence the horrible dip. And I could probably stretch this out a bit more, but I just can't be bothered. It's a lot of effort for not a lot of return time wise. As a person, as a real human being playing a game, and when it gets down to the small transactions, we need to start looking at negotiating with people instead of doing this. Look, okay, we've run out of money. Very good, very good. We go back to Nelson Inc. now, and we'll. Not many shareholders left. We go back to statistics, and we'll increase the work plan again, back up to 200%, and then we can take the worker rate up as well. So we were looking at like 680,000. Oh, it's gone down. 670. Cool. Okay, worker plan is back on track. So look at the expenses. Oh. Logistics cost is probably the most expensive thing here. So I'll stick myself here. Try and increase that logistics research for later on. Whoa. Share price has jumped 6.76. Amazing. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. I'm going to get some cash and then we'll continue. Okay, I've got a bit more money. I'm going to actually, wow, look at this. Coca-Cola mining going from strength to strength. I'm going to head into this company right now. And I'm going to go to the statistics page. It looks like we've got quite a bit of money in reserve here. But what I actually want to do now is I want to drain this company of reserves and just make sure I'm making a lot of cash from it. Let's build a large building here as well, which will be very good. What I want to do is increase the profitability of this company, make sure I'm making a lot of cash from it. I need to buy out Coca-Cola mining from Nelson Inc. because our opponent, the horrible witch Sarah Diaz, she has brought shares in our company here, and if I buy out Nelson Inc. With Coca-Cola mining, then she will still have shares. So I don't want to do that. I want to buy out Coca-Cola mining with Nelson Inc. So the idea should be to drain money from Coca-Cola mining and increase money in Nelson Inc. So Nelson Inc. ultimately has to be the bigger company, so it can take over this one and get rid of our opponent. So that's kind of the plan. So we'll head back into Nelson Inc. now. We'll go to statistics page. I'm just going to reduce the work plan for now to reduce the share rate, which should have happened. It has. Now what can we do here? So you've got shares and it's got a market worth of 259. So let's see if we could do this a bit quicker than if we had with. See, I'm going to be paying way over the odds when negotiating with a person, but it's a lot quicker than messing around in the stock market. So I'm going to agree to the price down here. This actually isn't too bad, $4.12 per share, 26% increase on the actual share price that we would get in the stock market. But that's fine. It's because it's quicker. Oh, look at that, local monopolist, brilliant. Loving the achievements. Let's go back to the shareholder list. We've got this guy. He actually does want to sell his shares, so he's going to ask probably for quite a markup. 62% markup, but we know that $5 actually isn't a lot because we've dramatically decreased the price. I'm just going to have to agree there. So we're agreeing at 4.25, which isn't bad. Brilliant stuff. Oh, and see, we fulfilled one of his desires, so he wanted to sell shares. So he'll actually give us either loyalty or an agent. So I'm gonna grab a saboteur. Maybe we can use him later on. And then we've got Olivia Diaz here as well. So let's try and buy Olivia out. So yeah, she's asking for way more than what the shares are worth. So let's hoping to get her down here somewhere if I can. See how the compromise goes. Not quite, so I'm going to have to agree at that point. But I think that's going to be, yeah, it's still under $5. So I think we've done well. And that's it. We are now the proud owners of Nelson Inc. There's another coal company. Brilliant stuff. 100% owner, so we can head back to statistics and we don't need to wreck this place anymore. So I'm going to go up to 200%, and then for dividend size I'm going to take it way down, and that's going to hurt my cash obviously that I'm getting in, but it's going to be worth it because I'm going to apply that. That means any money that this company makes will go directly into the reserve, and as the reserve grows, it'll mean that I can look to buy out the other company. So Coca-Cola mining. Oh, and that's an idea. What if I did? Yeah, I was just thinking, what if before I went for a merger? So right, let me demonstrate. So Nelson Inc. Go to the info page. We go to merger. We would want to merge with Coca-Cola mining. Any second now. It does take a little while to calculate and work out how all the stuff works. So we would want to pick ourselves as the, I don't know, we're not that great. We've got a decent salary, but we'd want to pick ourselves as the CEO. We would want it to be a takeover, so we'd combine both of the companies and we'd buy out the shareholders. I could change the name afterwards back to Coca-Cola Mining. Technologies, this just shows you like where your technology would be based on the combination of the two companies. So we can see that logistics would make a big improvement, automation, motivation and hiring would all improve quite a lot. So that would be really good for us. So yeah, almost a 10% increase in technology level. And then we'd have a look at our shareholders here. This is saying though that we need at least 6.89 mil in the bank in order to do this takeover. So we need quite a lot of money in the coffers of Nelson Inc. in order for this to go ahead. But if I go, so this is where my musings come into it. If we go to Coca-Cola mining, I'm never going to be able to say that right. And we go to the stats page. Well, let's check the share price first. So currently it's at 6.89. If I were theoretically to now go to the stats page again and decrease this so that I'm now making a loss, apply that, and then go to management, shareholders, and we can see that the stock exchange price is now at 2.8, and then we go back to Nelson Inc. and now have a look at a merger and see what that would take. So we'd want to take over technologies, and now it says we need 2.8 mil in order to do the merger. So I think that is probably what I'll do. Is I'll manipulate the price of the company before I do the merger, so that's fine. I guess it's kind of a bad thing for me because I'm the one who would benefit from that merger, but I guess my opponent would also benefit, so I don't mind doing myself a dirty if it means doing her down as well. So let's shove this back up to 200%. I've got a star to spend. I don't think personal finances, this doesn't make sense to me. It reduces the maintenance cost of the character and luxuries maintenance. That's not really anything. So the cost of luxuries at the moment is nothing, and the cost of character maintenance is 2k, so that's really not worth anything to me. I think maybe, what about planning? Reduce the number of days during which the character is unavailable, so probably not that one. I think possibly it would have to be something like negotiation, or this is negotiation, would be etiquette, so that if a negotiation fails, I'm less likely to make an enemy. So I'll go for that one. And we do have a chance to buy a weapon, a katana, a very nice katana. So let's do that. I missed out on my last auction, so yeah, now we're the proud owners of a katana. I've never used a katana, but I hear it's fun, especially for slicing open watermelons. So if you're ever in the need of cutting a watermelon and you've got a katana handy, then give it a go and let me know how it works out. I'm sure there's loads of safety regulations and I shouldn't be encouraging people to play with katanas, but hey, it's a free world, do what you want. Okay, I need some more money, I guess. Do I? What do I actually need to do? Let's what we could potentially do is, whoa, I'm jumping all over the place, is go to Nelson Inc. and try and fast track the process of doing a merger by issuing shares. So we could all do that to raise a bit of capital. Now we've got $745,000 in our hand, so we could issue this many shares. Is that how it works, or is it the future income? So is that 500,000? Let's try that and hope for the best, and then buy all of those shares. Yeah, okay. So what I've done is I've issued shares, and that is basically the same as putting money directly into the coffers. So you can see here the reserve has increased by $500,000, and that just puts us a bit closer to buying out Coca-Cola Inc. So I'm going to advance time, get a bit more cash, and then we'll see if we're good to buy. Okay, so I now have a good amount of cash, an increasing amount of cash. So 1.5, is that it? Is it going to keep going? Oh. Sometimes after a quarter ends you get a bit of lag, which is interesting. Okay, so we've got 3.89 mil in the reserve at Nelson Inc. So that's very handy indeed. We've got our company here, Coca-Cola Mining. Let's go back to Nelson Inc. Oh no, actually, let's go back to Coca-Cola Mining. We want to go to the, so we're currently 5.74, we want to go to the statistics page, take the rate right down to 0, minus 537, eek. Can I take this right down as well? Oh no, let's increase the worker rate, let's make it look even worse. I'm not sure if this is going to make that much of a difference, but let's see if it does. It'd be really good if we can get it down to like minus a mil. Although this is a lot of clicking, and it's more clicking than I'm prepared to do. Right there, minus a mil. So the share price has gone down by $4.25. I don't know how much of a difference that made, but let's go back to Nelson Inc. Let's go to management. Let's go to merger. Right, prepare for lag. Structure, we'll go for takeover. We do actually want it to be called Coca-Cola, yeah, that's better. Mining, and that's fine. We want ourselves to be the CEO because of course we do. We know that the technology is going to increase in a number of places, and we know that we only need a certain amount of money to do this, to do the merger. So let's do it. So that should be that. So when I come out of here, there we go. We've got a wealth top rating, and there we are. We've bought our opponent out. So Coca-Cola Mining is now its own entity. We are, of course, the CEO, and we are the only shareholder as well, because we've bought out our opponent in the merger. It's like a hostile bid. She couldn't do anything about it, so that's amazing. And now it's just a case of all of this is kind of reset. There's a small amount of money in reserve. We've got a fair amount of cash on hand. This company needs to be our main sort of like source of income, but we need to put money in reserve at the same time. So I'm just going to increase the dividends to say 50%, which will be fine, because that's almost 1.5 mil coming in. And now we'll start messing around with a work plan. We'll take that up to 200%. That'll give us a little bit more money, and then we'll increase the work rate as well. This is a lot of clicking again, and we need to try and find that balance point where we can maximize the amount of income that's coming in, which is almost here. 4.89 there. There we go. That's the balance point, so that's the sweet point. Let's maximize the amount of cash. I might just do up to 55, just so that we... Oh, there's a delay in updating. Okay, 50% is fine then. 2.36 mil each quarter. Very happy with that. And of course, we don't need anybody else to vote on any of this. This is just done because we own 100%. So our company's highest costs are logistics, which isn't surprising. We're not at 100% logistics research yet, so let's put ourselves here. And then we will gain 11 development points towards logistics every quarter, I believe is how it works. We've maxed out on management, so that'll max out our development of the company. We are going to invest in psychology, I think. Am I? Reduces the necessary influence for negotiations, lobbying. Yeah, we'll do that. Actually, we do have a lot of influence though, so maybe I'll go for trading to just try and get a better price next time we try and buy a company. So let's have a peek at my Kansas and have a look at how the state is going. So Howard Coal would be the next coal company to take on. We can see we've got a bunch of investors here. So again, the aim would be to get to 50%. Absolutely wreck the economics at the company, put it in a really bad place, basically scaremonger everybody into wanting to sell and then buy the company really cheaply. That would be the plan. So I'll maybe save that for the next episode because that seems like a Herculean task at the moment, given that they've got a market cap of 58.3 mil. But given that we've got 4 in the bank and we're earning 2 mil every single quarter, I think we can chase this down in a record amount of time. Gosh, look at them. Are we the most profitable? Almost. There's one more than us. But it's fine. We'll get there. We do have a bunch of companies that have got a smaller market cap than ours, or a larger market cap than ours, and a bunch with smaller market cap. So yeah. But not the coal company, and I really do want to take over the coal industry. It's the new company that was added to the game, so why not? And if fuel's anything to go by, we know that coal is one of the essential fuels for the day, right? Let's have a look at the person information. I want to see. I don't want to filter it. I want to see who the richest person is at the moment. Okay, so the richest person in assets is Sebastian Jenkins of New York, 71.6 mil. And currently, if we have a look at ourselves, we are at 22.3 mil. So we're really getting there. We're not that far off at all. Let's have a look at our enemies. So we've got is this Jose, do you think? Jose Sanchez, 9.57 mil. Sarah Diaz at 2.19 mil. Our opponent is doing absolutely pants, isn't she? She's not doing well at all. But yeah, we're doing good. We're doing really good. I think we'll be the richest person in America in no time. Yeah, our wealth's going from strength to strength. If we manage to buy out that coal company that's worth, what was it, 60 mil, then our wealth is going to be at least 60 mil. So I think that's probably the final piece of the puzzle in terms of actually becoming the richest. So we're almost there. Right, anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed it. please do leave a comment, leave a like, and if you do want to catch the next episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.